So sign a couple of autographs so I can eat my meals for free. I'm gonna dress my ass with the latest fashion, get a front door key to the Playboy Mansion. Gonna date a centerfold that loves to blow my money for me.
Hello, everybody, and welcome here to Steve's Wrestling Ramble. And tonight we will be predicting the 2018 edition of the Royal Rumble with me, my guests, and my team members as well. Changing up a little bit with that intro/outro. As those that do follow the show weekly, regularly, and otherwise, I did have a tweet, my very first pinned tweet I ever have had, with the poll, which regular songs that you want. That one won up against Britney Spears' song, Up Crazy, up against Gemini, Hypnotized, and also up against one as well, I forget. But anyways, that's the one, Rockstar by Nickelback, one of my favorite bands personally. And I was actually kind of surprised it won in the poll because I know most people in America, at least from what I hear, most people that I talk to dislike Nickelback, and I'm actually one of the few that really enjoy them and have every single album, CD of theirs. But anyways, let's welcome everybody. First, let's start with my co-host, Kyron Chase. How you doing this evening?
Yo, what's up, everybody?
And I got one of our many guests, X3. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for having me on. Kind of forgot about this, but I'm here.
And right off the bat, I forgot to ask Kyron first, as I'm introducing everybody, what is your excitement level for the pay-per-view itself?
Honestly, I would like to say I'm excited for the Rumble, but the last few Rumbles haven't gave me any reason to be excited. So I'm not gonna say I'm 100% excited for this. Maybe 6 out of 10.
All right, and same question to X3. What are your excitement level for this pay-per-view?
Honestly, 10 out of 10. Only because it's the Royal Rumble. Like, even past Royal Rumbles has been like trash. I don't care. A new year, I'm still excited because it's my favorite pay-per-view of the year. So.
Okay. And my other co-host, Mark Ramble. How you doing? And what's your excitement level for the pay-per-view?
First of all, guys, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, bro.
Yes, sir.
How are you guys doing today? Sorry for the late little mishap that I had. I'm actually looking forward to this pay-per-view, to be honest with you. There's a couple of matches that I'm like iffy about, especially the main event.
We know you're masturbating. Turn the camera on.
I'll definitely turn the camera on, whoever said that. But yeah, the triple threat match is iffy with me. I'm really looking forward to the women's Royal Rumble match. It's okay. I would have to say 8 out of 10, maybe.
All right. And moving on, introducing our other guests, Mounty's Corner. How you doing and your excitement level?
Welcome back to another episode of Steve's Wrestling Ramble. I am your guest, Ed the Mountie. What's going on, guys? I am jacked for this Royal Rumble. 9 on 10, baby. It should be a better show than what OTRS Central is going to say.
And let's go straight to him. Big Daddy, OTRS Central. How are you doing, and what's your excitement level for the 2018 Royal Rumble?
Well, I got to say my excitement level is not nearly as high as the Mountie for having that raging ring boner just protruding over his left or right shoulder or whatever the hell.
It never is. Get a zoom in, baby. Come on now. Woo!
So let's see Mountie really quick. He's got actually, you're more than construction worker beard. You've gone almost to neck beard category. Do you have sleeve tattoos?
Not yet, but I'm working on it, brother. I'm working on it.
No, you don't have a raging ring boner. What about baby oil?
Hey, listen.
Hard.
Do you want to see my lower body? Is that what you're saying? I knew it was only a matter of time before you asked me.
I think Kieran does, though.
No, I do not.
Oh, man.
Gentlemen, I have come to bring down the level of this to, I don't know what the hell, the excitement level for the Rumble would be appropriate. 4 out of 10. Hero there, Mountie. But also because this show is at least going to be 4 damn hours too long. Long. 4 hours. Not even counting the pre-show. Going to be down for it. Marking out for Charlotte in some weird, creepy way. doing what he does. Okay, Steve.
All right, moving right along.
We all
Boy,
have our thing.
Max, how you doing, and what's your excitement level for the pay-per-view?
You guys can hear me? Can y'all hear me?
You good?
Okay. First of all, I missed you, Jeff. I really did. I missed you so much, my friend. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts. But I am excited.
Ladies, he's coming for you. Not like Enzo, but he's coming for you.
Oh my God. Here we go. Start already. But we are on the road to WrestleMania. I am hyped. I am pumped. I cannot wait for the Rumble. It's going to be exciting either way for me. I'm always hyped, so I cannot wait.
And Bill, are you there?
Yeah, man, I'm here.
How you doing, and what's your excitement level for the event?
So, to anyone I haven't met, how's it going, guys? I'm probably about a 7, but I think I know better. I mean, every year I get hyped for the Royal Rumble, and somehow they end up disappointing. So I'll at least give it a 7 with the rumors that are out there. It is pretty exciting, but I got a feeling at some point I'm going to be disappointed.
All right. First topic of the day, or before we go into the predictions for the Royal Rumble event itself, I want to talk about Vince McMahon's announcement today that the XFL is returning a new rebranded, what hopefully will be better than the original. I know I'm pumped for it. I'm sure Sleg Daddy's going to destroy it, but beyond that, I know I'm pumped for it. But let's just go straight to him. Sleg Daddy, what are your thoughts on the XFL returning in 2020?
A clear-cut attempt by Vince to learn from the evils and the sins of the past. I guess that he is taking 2 years to launch it. Interested to see business, what type of markets they're trying to go into, what type of distribution they have in terms of broadcasting, a variety of this to see. Gets an opportunity. He made it very people are going to actually have to stand for the anthem. The thing is this: the dude is 70-something years old. That is not directly tied to professional wrestling, and his core competency, ultimately ends up being a massive failure. Hockey team for a season in the 80s before it folded. The the Times Square restaurant, the Niagara Falls store, the original version of the XFL. The WWE studios have consistently always been kind of a financial drain on the company. Like, you've accomplished so much. The one thing that he's ashamed of and embarrassed of the most is the one thing really successful at. It destroys him inside. It eats away at him like a slow eating type. Got $100 million to throw around and just blow, then he could send a couple 100,000 my way. I'm just saying. He could throw some your way too. Not to a Blue Demon, though, because he's probably already loaded. He probably camera. He swims around in his AdSense money.
Oh my God.
Hey, it's one of those things. It's really hard outside of the initial skepticism, outside of the initial mocking that I want to do of this judgment, because the truth is I haven't seen the full business plan to have in terms of players, who he's going to have in terms of coaches. You built around guys like Johnny Manziel and Tim Tebow, maybe Kaepernick, Power. Basically, almost everything he did the first time around, he has to learn from and do right the second time. But ultimately, I found talking about the games times 3.5 hours, too damn long. Who you telling? And of all guys to talk about that one, is Royal Rumble show, including pre-show, is going to be 6+ hours. Raw is 3 hours every single week. Being too long? I mean, he's right, but give me a break. We'll see. In due time. There is a secret, deep part of me that wants this to pay off. I have no confidence, but I hope it does. I really, really does. But I also hope that the Raw is awesome and it blew chunks. Why would I have any positive expectation that has a track record of 3 of failing in anything outside of WWE? We could try out, though, guys. Mountie could be a wide. Kieran could be a tight end. That's what Demon says. Guy, though.
All right, Monty, what are your thoughts on NFL news?
Jeez,
We'll see. You guys can enjoy the thought of the XFL. I hope, but I doubt it will.
Geez, Jeff, tell me how you really feel about this. You know, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like you're kind of cutting in and out. Is anybody else having that experience? Okay.
Yeah, I'm experiencing that too.
Yeah, same here. That's why sometimes I had that issue. Last time I had 8-9 people and I was cutting people off because I was hearing cutting them out, or they were cutting in and out.
He's really the only one that I've noticed that it's kind of doing that too. So I guess that's what happens when you record in Area 51, huh? In his little black box there. Anyways, I actually agree with a lot that he said. So not surprising, but you know, the only thing they have really in their favor going into this the second time around is, you know, the social media aspect could help, you know, promote it and, you know, just share it around. I mean, I don't know.
Don't knock his pickup lines.
I don't know if you know what? I have no idea how well this is going to do. I'm curious to see if it's going to be better, if he's learned from his mistakes. It really just comes down to that. If he could set it up right and, you know, like you said, market it behind the right guys, it could have a chance, but it's going to take some time. And, you know, I'm wondering if this is going to be like a flash in the pan again for 1 year, 2 years, and then that's it. I never would have thought that this would come back, and I don't know if it's the right time for it, but like I said, maybe the addition of social media could help him a little bit. The population of wrestling people might check into it because of that. Plus, they're, you know, most wrestling fans are also football fans, so you kind of have that in the favor. I don't know. Old school fans maybe might check it. New school might be interested because they've never seen it before. Overall, I'm not sure.
All right, sorry about the delay. Blue, what are your thoughts on the XFL coming in 2020?
Well, I'm trying to figure out which type of XFL we're getting. Are we getting the XFL from 16 years ago? Or are we getting Vince fully invested, you know what I'm saying, cutting ties with WWE stuff, you know, handing that over to Stephanie and them, and then just focusing full-time XFL? Like, are we getting WWE XFL or are we getting football XFL? That's kind of the question. I didn't see the press conference. I didn't see, so I don't know what was said, but I'm hoping. I mean, he's like 16 years he's had to think about this and go about it the right way. I'm saying I'm pretty sure they've already been working on it for at least a few years now, and then they got another 2 whole years to actually plan it out and do what needs to be done to make this product better than it was 16, 17 years ago. So I'm optimistic, as I always am with anything to do with WWE. So I just can't wait to see what comes out of it. That's all I got for that.
Dogs are excited.
Sorry about the delay. Jaden Steele, welcome, and what are your thoughts on the XFL returning in 2020?
Yeah, thanks for having me. But like a lot like Demon just said, man, like the XFL coming back and everything, like in my experience and to my knowledge, I don't see John Cena jumping up, throwing some damn gear on and taking a couple sacks throwing a football. So like, are you going to focus on independent unsigned talent out there, taking your $1 million contract guys, your $250,000 a year guys, throwing them in some gear and getting them hurt out there on the football field? So I really don't see how you're going to mix wrestling with football. To me, they don't match. Personally, I think it's a bad business decision if you're going to try to put wrestlers out there on the field, because then you're going to compromise them, because football is bound to happen. It's not if, it's when you get hurt. So I really don't enjoy, nor do I even credit putting a wrestler in some football gear. I mean, you know, it's not like Goldberg or Lesnar coming from, you know, the Falcons or the Vikings and going out there, et cetera, et cetera. It's the fact of like, how can you mix both of these organizations together to get this to take off? Yeah, we got social media today, but there's injuries that follow every single type of contact sport. So you're not going to take your main eventers, you're not going to take your guys that are drawing you money and put them out there on that field. So where do you go? Who's going to be your draw? There's got to be a draw there. That's just the way Roman. I would love Roman to be the quarterback. I would personally sign up to be a linebacker or something if that was the case. But other than that, that's my thoughts on that.
All right, and let's move right along to X3. What are your thoughts on the XFL in 2020, and do you think it'll be a success?
Well, I wasn't, I really wasn't around for the original one because I'm like only 19, so like I was like 3. But like I watched the conference earlier, and I love how he was like saying it's not going to be like nothing included with WWE. It's like no affiliation whatsoever, which makes me happy because I don't want to see like theme songs being played and like all this stuff. But like I feel like it could actually work this time around. I mean, like it's a new era, if you will. I don't know. I hope it works out. Basically, I don't want it to fail like some people. Just I hope it works out. But I don't really know what to expect since I really wasn't around. But I saw like clips from the network when I was watching and stuff. But I just hope it works out.
Right, and Billy.
Did everyone watch the conference today?
Nope.
No.
No, I don't even know how the talent's going on. If anybody knows like what they're gonna do talent wise, please inform me.
Yeah, the WWE again. WWE is not going to have anything to do with it, which is probably for the best. The comment that I thought was funny during the press conference was, Vince says sometimes watching a 3-hour show can be painful. Shit, did he get roasted on social media for that? But I mean, overall, XFL product, I'm actually kind of excited for it because with the way the NFL is and the ratings are down this year, I feel like Vince, again, learned from his mistakes 16 years ago. They look like they're going to do it the right way. They already said Johnny Manziel can't play. Anybody with a criminal record apparently cannot join the league. It's really weird. It's almost like, I don't know, does anyone else feel like this? I almost felt like political football.
Yeah, I love how
being political.
Yeah, it was really weird. It was almost like football for Trump's supporters. It was really weird. But
Exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So
by not being political.
Oh. But they have so much potential with this, because I watched the intro video and they showed something about fantasy sports. So I was interested to see what they were going to do with that. I feel like they could actually have people place bets before each play, like one of those. They could do this really well. Or you could have fans call the plays. You really could. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what they do. I'm actually excited to see it. I'm just glad that there's no WWE involvement, because that, I think, killed it.
It's all over it, because ultimately they're not using a franchise model.
Yeah.
Own teams. Regardless, it's by talking about it doesn't have an
moving right along.
WWE
Mark Ramble, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, the one thing I noticed too, I don't know, are they running it off season to NFL? Because I think that'll help them.
Yes.
If they run it
They'll
on
be
season,
start. They said they'd
they're
be
going to get
starting.
slaughtered.
Yeah, I think it's off season, and I think that's pretty important. I'm worried about money for them because if Vince took out $100 million and every team's owned by Alpha Entertainment, what the hell are they paying these guys? Plus, you have stadium costs. I don't know. I'm worried about money for them, but we'll see what happens.
Last time they had to pay for
That's
their own insurance, and they weren't getting a lot of money.
Good Lord.
Well,
Could you imagine if Go ahead.
Where is like that?
Here's what I was going to say. Really. From a business standpoint, you're absolutely right. Business to leverage your own money when you're starting an enterprise or a product like this. You want to leverage other people's money. You want them to in it. You don't want and have some ham and egger Tony P, for example, to sit there and be running your damn football operations because he's going to sit there. He's going to sit there and be like, I like Brett Favre because he's awesome and Ted Thompson can kiss my butt.
Oh, look,
Not
look
leveraging
at
other
everybody.
people's
Look,
money.
the
And the
Sweat
point about
Hi,
how much you're
Bob.
going to pay your player,
Shut up. What else is new?
got to take stadium cost into consideration. Go on.
Yeah.
Tony, and nobody cares.
Please.
So,
Damn, Steve, I've been
But
gone
Bill's
for a
right.
little bit, and it turned into the Howard Stern show.
You like it.
Don't get me started on the Flag Daddy.
Anyway, moving right along, Mark. Sorry if I cut off anybody, but Mark, what are your thoughts on the XFL news?
Man, at the time the XFL was the XFL. I'm a new kid on the block, so I barely know anything about the history of the XFL. But from what I've been told, the last time they did this, it was pretty shitty. Maybe
That's
I'm
an
wrong.
understatement.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it was very, very, very bad. But considering how Vince was talking in the press conference, it may be different. You guys stated WWE is not even close to being related to this, so maybe he has a different plan ahead in going to this XFL. I'm going to give it a shot because it's my first time actually being able to watch this and actually remember it. But I mean, there's not much excitement in my behalf because I know nothing about it. But I'm interested. I want to see how he goes from here. I'm really interested.
Let me get a take. Can I go?
Jake, Aaron, Chase, what are your thoughts?
I guess you'll go ahead and I would sound like a broken record at this point. You guys pretty much said everything I need to say about the XFL. We know why I failed the first time, and it could work again. I mean, I'm rooting for him because I don't want to see WWE throw that much money into the drain again. And I would like to see someone compete with the NFL after they're ready. Don't force it and rush it like you did last time. Hopefully, my city of Baltimore can get another team because I'm sick of the Ravens breaking my heart, but that's another story. So I don't know. I mean, I hope it succeeds.
Cleveland's fine.
Cleveland needs an XFL team.
Maybe Iowa
Cleveland
City can get a
needs
real
everything.
football team, Tony.
Hey,
Maybe an LFL league.
I'm I don't know if this has been brought
Professional
up yet or
football
not.
again.
I don't know if this has been brought up yet because I'm joining late. But 3 words. He hate me. I'm hoping Rod Smart gets another chance and hooks on with a team.
He hate me. Rod Smart.
He hate me all over the place. Version 2.0. Damn. That'd be great.
I actually read a tweet about
To try out.
Somebody's like, they
We
should
got to
evolve
try
that he hate me and put it into slide up in my DMs.
Two. That's probably going to be all the rage if they end up doing personalized jerseys.
No, I guess they're looking for people without a criminal background. I'm not sure about his police record in the last 10 years. But there's always hope that he's straightened his life out and has come up with a creative new moniker. I'd be down for that.
Ruth?
Yo, this criminal record stuff that y'all brought up, this is what irks me, all right? Having an old man that has come from that company and growed up in this fucking business, being in that locker room, seeing with my own two eyes in the 90s if everything that goes on back there, and you're going to say no criminal record. Okay, that's fine and dandy, but why was I witnessing steroid needles in some guy's asses walking around the locker room? Why was I seeing drug usage? Why was I, like all the bullshit that goes on in the back, all the way that leads up to this Enzo bullshit that went on the other day? That still tells you to this day in 2018 that the boys will still be boys. So I don't want to hear criminal record this, criminal record that, Vince. You were in a steroid scandal. Half the people that you had on your roster that had big names had some kind of criminal involvement, whether it was murder, drugs, DUIs, or whatever. But there is always some sort of criminal record on his big names. You can look up their records themselves.
Jimmy snuck up.
How come I'm not breathing?
Well, there goes your chance of them signing you, Jaden. Way to go, buddy.
Pipe bomb.
super supposed to attack.
Jeff, how about Dino Bravo's dead corpse? Is he going to try out? Oh, wait, no.
And if it's Pat Patterson, I hope so.
Well, let's not bring up the Ziggler-Layla affair that happened like years ago when Ziggler busted her upside the head with a beer bottle.
I never heard about that.
It's a sensible move. It's called the Ghetto Blaster. Get it right. It's all in good course. I'll tell you.
That was a good segue into the Enzo thing. Good job.
Are you still a
Speaking
geek
of
for Ziggler?
Yes.
I saw your question you asked him, Mountie.
Yeah, I bet you did. I knew that would get him all fired up.
God, sometimes we never learn.
Fucking my question pissed you off so much you lost all your hair.
That stupid suspect twisty hair having.
Hey Jeff, I heard a rumor
Sir
that Jeff.
Kane,
I
it's a
heard
new gimmick.
Hey Jeff, I heard a rumor that Jeff Jarrett might be in the Royal Rumble.
that would be very shocking for the beef that he has, but
I tell you one other thing. That the is the greatest, and he will win the Royal Rumble one more time. You will all bow down to it, and you will take it up the cornhole from the John Cena.
Hey, Steve, I didn't know you invited one of the members of the Oddities.
Who is this man who makes fun of me? I will bend him over royal style and cornhole him so hard.
is that fucking Kurgan in a mask?
Patterson Lacracha.
Where did Kevin Owens go?
What happened?
Yo, was anybody else in here not sold on the fact that he was dressed lucha, but like completely sounded like I don't even know. I'm just gonna shut up. I'm just gonna shut up because that was like far from like Spanish for me.
Let's go, Steve. Control this beast. Let's go.
Please.
Sorry if I am cutting up. Yeah, I don't mean to cut off anybody. I'm sure someone's talking, but move on to Enzo Amore. You guys can converse. Don't have to go in any specific order. But the Enzo Amore situation, your thoughts? Yo.
I want to know the first person in here, if any, thinks that he actually did this.
You know, this is the thing. I don't know if you guys seen the video. The person that he quote unquote raped. If you see the video and hear how she's talking,
Yeah.
and then you hear how she's describing it, and then you go to the tweet in which she wrote that long ass story about the whole situation, they're two completely different things. So I'm almost baffled as if maybe she's, and I'm not saying that, you know, Enzo's not capable of doing this. I'm just saying Enzo may have been at the wrong place at the wrong time.
And don't forget, there's actually a screenshot that came of her texting one of her friends.
Yeah.
I have this wrestler in my bed with me right now.
Yeah, she's like legitimately bragging about the situation. Like, you wouldn't brag about it if it happened the way you said it happened.
Honestly,
Exactly.
I try hard not to like talk about stuff like this.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons, you know, my age and things like that. But if he did it, screw him.
Side of her place at the wrong time.
What kind of rape victim gives you specific details about tearing her tights and bending her over? I mean, that's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
I mean,
Bada boom, bada boom. Realest rapist in the room. How you doing?
I knew
Who
one
you
of you guys was
raping?
gonna say it. I knew either Melty or Jeff was gonna say that.
Wow.
It's not good.
Wow.
The whole thing's not good.
Wow.
I'm not sold on it at all. I need more evidence. The whole thing seems really fishy. That she seems totally normal when she was talking about her story.
I wouldn't
You know
say
what I mean?
normal.
Not too good.
You know, she did, dude. She didn't look traumatized at all.
She didn't. She did not look traumatized.
She don't talk
looked
about something like
completely
that
fine.
like the next day. I mean, I don't know. It never happened to me, God forbid, or anybody that I known. You know, I'm not taking it lightly, but just looking at the footage and how calm and sort of collect and chat over, like it was
Normal
really
as in
weird.
pregnancies.
What was that? Oh, he's gone.
He'll be back.
The reason why I don't really believe it is because like when it first happened, I was like, "Oh man, not Enzo, come on!"
Exactly.
And then I started like looking at the tweets and her replies, and people are like, "But this is the same girl who has a whole video about her faking her pregnancy." And then the dude made the video about her, and then he's like, "Yeah, she faked her pregnancy. She was at Victoria's Secret flashing her titties. She did fake cocaine at them." I was like, "What is this chick on?" Like the whole video of the guy exposing her was just wild. So I don't know what to believe anymore.
Yeah, if you guys look at Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful.com, he's got the best story coverage on this. With her story, it keeps changing, right? It literally keeps changing. Apparently today she admitted that the texts were real. So
what?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So I mean, regardless, the fact that Enzo knew there was a 3-month investigation on him and didn't tell WWE is obviously the reason he's gone.
Yeah.
Yes.
And honestly, I think at this point they were looking for a reason to get rid of him.
100% agree.
That's true.
Totally
because
agree.
no one backstage apparently likes him. Apparently,
Yeah, he was already on thin ice, and that was the final straw for them.
Yeah, I don't want to believe he did it because, like I said before, I like to see the best in everybody. But at the same time, I don't want to just automatically shame a victim because I don't believe in that either.
Yeah,
I just want to see everything come out, and hopefully, everyone's okay by the end of it.
I just miss Big Cass.
I'm already over the situation. He's gone, you know.
Yeah.
You know, this is... Go on.
Sorry. Whether he's proven innocent or guilty, he's not coming back.
Yep.
No.
But we just got Rich Swann back.
Oh, that's a fucking pickup.
Right.
That
Hey.
makes me happy.
But I'm gonna say, number one, being a worker myself, I don't like Enzo by no means. And me and Manny were briefly talking about it the other day on Facebook. I personally don't like Enzo, but being a worker, I will defend him on a standpoint of I know the way the business is. I know how it works. Yeah, Enzo, you could blame him, wrong place. you know, wrong time, whatever. It's boys being boys. You know, you're gonna go after the shows. You're gonna go get drunk. You're gonna go do whatever. You're gonna go get the girls. That's all part of the business. But why is Enzo hanging out with people that have meth, coke, weed, and all this, et cetera, around him, and you're getting piss tested, and you're gonna expect me not to believe you're not doing any of those kind of drugs? Like, if you're around it, and you're supposed to be this superstar that everybody looks up to, I'm not sold on the fact that you're not doing any kind of drug. I honestly think you would fail a piss test if you got popped right then and there for it. But as far as that girl goes, though, with these stories, number one, your dates don't add up. All the things that you're saying, my mom watched plenty of Dr. Phil when I was a kid, and God, I'm traumatized by listening to Dr. Phil too many damn times, but I've seen enough of them to know who a rape victim is and isn't without even going into details. Your dates don't add up. There's text messages of you bragging about nailing a wrestler. You went to rehab supposedly for an X amount of days, then you checked yourself out. That's impossible.
Because she got kicked out.
Right. So, well, whatever she wants to say. The stories, like you said, changed 50 million times here and there, high or low. It doesn't really matter. She's just a fucking Snapchat hoe that sells her nudes, whatever. Enzo, why you tapping that? I don't know. I mean, if you got low standards, that's cool. I understand everybody's got to get it in once in a while. But, I mean, you need to up your game, bro. That's all I'm saying. I mean,
Rosie and Pamela are not going to cry rape on you. Use them. Or anyways, I can't imagine he felt anything other than scuzzy the whole time he was doing it to her. I'm sure he did it to her. I mean, this is a heifer that sat there and did a pregnancy for kicks and giggles. That sits there and does videos giving out fake cocaine to people. He's credible. No, it's BS like this that takes away from real serious issues where women are harassed, they are assaulted, they are raped. Not only do I not believe this bitch for exactly what it is. This is the scheming, stinky, dirty type of rat. Everybody can smell it, but too many people are afraid to say it. This bitch is lying. That she's lying. They need to charge the exact same amount of time that Enzo would have gotten if he was convicted of it.
Well, let's be honest, though. Legally, they're not. He can't go. Like, he's not going to get arrested.
That thinks sucking up to feminine.
Like I said, legally, there's no way that they can prove that.
Sitting there and doing all of this investigation when credibility does matter, because there's nothing to prove. There is no way, and I mean,
a lawyer will tear her ass up in court.
Yeah,
down that way. Screams of a crazy attention whore. Furthermore, if she's that much of a threat to somebody where she could ruin somebody's career or livelihood, she needs to be locked up anyways, either in a prison or in a crazy house. And whatever the hell you want to call it nowadays. She needs to be locked up because she could do this to other people and cause other people harm, and she thinks it's funny. She thinks it's a game. And shame on Enzo for being associated with somebody like that. How did he not look at her and think that screams scuzz? How did he not look at her and think there could be a problem here? Oh, how you doing? I'll take my right hand for $200 tonight, please.
I just want to say that if anybody has Snapchat, I'm selling my nudes for $15 each.
Backstage area in the locker room that didn't like Enzo, maybe they should worry a little less about flipping and kicking, and they should worry a little bit more about how to actually cut a damn promo and actually be a character.
Are you done, Jeff?
So we're getting into the Rumble, or
30?
The Rumble. Selling nudes, $15. Who wants them? Snapchat only.
Oh shit, your price
Steve,
went
you
down.
on that action?
Jaden Steele's price went down. Everybody jump in on that, man.
Yo, hey man, buy one get one free. Realest rapist in the room. How you doing?
That was my joke.
Hey man, hey, I gotta give you credit, man. Gotta give you the props.
Tom's
Appreciate it.
man.
Hey guys, just wanted to.
He's a
I know
hot.
I'm cutting somebody off, but just wanted to let you know I'm having some audio
Damn,
issues on my end. with all
Mounty's
these
doing BOGO. How
part of
you
the show,
doing?
so I do apologize. I'm sure I messed up earlier, but we will get into the Royal Rumble predictions, and I'll just say the match, then however order you guys want to go. I don't really care. I mean,
How Mounty
we're all grown.
telling,
You know, we all know when each person is able to give a prediction. We're not that hard. So I'll do that, and then when everybody is done with the prediction, just everybody go on mute, and it'll be easier for me, so no one's just sitting around wondering what the hell is wrong with Steve. So we'll just do it that way, and it's better for you guys. I apologize for my issues. It happened last time, and that's why everybody got cut off and excommunicated, it seems like, from the Hangout. That was because of this issue. So again, I apologize. It's on my end, my Chrome Book 11 that I own, not working like it works for everybody else. So again, I apologize, and we'll go through each match. I'll say the match. You guys go whatever order you want to. When everybody's done, everybody goes on mute, and then I'll know that I can actually start talking again. So we'll start with the first match being, part of the Royal Rumble, the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships being on the line in a 2 out of 3 falls match. The Usos going up against Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. Again, any order you guys want to go? Whoever wants to start first, go on.
Yeah, I think it's easier if we just go either right to left or left to right.
Just go left to right.
I'll start. If nobody else wants to start.
I guess
I'll
I'll
match
start.
on the pay-per-view.
I guess I'll start then.
Cool.
SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions are picking the Usos. I don't think they're going to lose the titles to Benjamin and Gable, especially with Benjamin and Gable pretty much dominating the feud. So I got the Usos winning.
Guess I go on this one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope Chad and Benjamin and Shelton Benjamin, or whoever the hell they are, I forgot what the names are, to be honest with you. Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. I hope they don't win.
Such a big fan.
I honestly hope they don't win, to be honest with you, because they're kind of annoying, in my opinion. I feel like the Usos really, don't get me wrong, Gable and Benjamin, they're talented and everything, but they're just like annoying little kids. I know that's a weird analogy, but this is just how I see them. Usos, they're holding the tag team. They're doing whatever they can. They're making it at least relevant. Unlike Baron Corbin with the, I think, IC title at one point. I'd rather see Rusev Day versus the Usos than Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin.
Ew.
Honestly, I'd rather see that. I feel like it'd be at least interesting to watch.
That's a sexy beast right there, just staring at the camera, just like twitching.
Who?
Yeah. Which one?
You can come take my bounty, Mountie.
Oh, good Lord.
Are you going to be showing your pictures as life-size replicas?
Oh, like this towel behind me? You like that, don't you?
What about the one with the cutout around your mouth? I like that one the best.
Oh, God. Look, I stopped selling those a while ago. So here's the deal, gentlemen. Usos deserve to walk into...
With the tattoo, it gets hard. And
Here's the deal, gentlemen. Usos deserve to walk into WrestleMania as champion. There's nobody else on SmackDown that deserves it more right now, in my opinion. Can there be a title change at WrestleMania? I'm open to that. But yeah, it really comes down to that. At this point, I don't mind Gable and Benjamin. I think they would be even better. And it seems like they're doing some heel tactics. And it's interesting to see where they're going to go. But Usos are still the shit right now. And you need to keep it on them because they're still hot. So just keep it on them. The crowd's behind it. Sometimes you just don't mess with a good thing. Let them have a good, solid run, and then see how it goes going into WrestleMania.
But was that the real deal?
All right, so I guess I'm going. I don't really know. I think I want the Usos to keep the titles, but I kind of see Gable and Benjamin winning just because of like the past like month or so they've been kind of just really close. I think they could easily win it and maybe have the Usos win it back at WrestleMania or like right before WrestleMania where they go into WrestleMania as champions. But I don't really see Usos winning this one.
I hate the fact that Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable is a tag team. I hate it. Every time they cut a promo, I mute my television. It is just so bad. I just shake my head at it. I'm sorry, but I just hate the fact that Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin are a team. I said it from when Shelton Benjamin came back and Daniel Bryan made him a tag team. I was like, well, maybe hopefully Shelton Benjamin turns on Gable and then they can set up a little feud because they're two great wrestlers, but they just make a terrible tag team. And I'm hoping the Usos go in there and win 2 straight falls. I don't want to see 30 minutes of this match. I just want to see a quick, nice 5-10 minutes. Usos go in, dominate, and move on to WrestleMania because I am done with Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable as a tag team.
5 minutes?
Yes, that's how I know it. I am with Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin.
That sounds like
that match is gonna. I think that's gonna go at least 15 minutes, and I think it'll be a great match.
that sounds like me with Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan. I'm going to take the 2017 Tag Team of the Year, the Usos. Ironically, they've never actually been on the main card of WrestleMania, and I think they're going to break that streak.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Usos on this one for the fact of what Mountie said earlier. Like they're like the hottest thing for tag team right now, and like watching these guys grow from like beginning to now, like is phenomenal. Like the matches and chemistry that they had with New Day. Like I got sick and tired of seeing Usos New Day, but there was several of those matches where I would tip my hat as a performer for the way that they were working each other in that ring, and therefore I'm gonna have to go with Usos to Mania because they're the hottest thing you got right now. You want to sell tickets, you want to put asses in seats. Usos to me is the best business decision that they can go with. They've teased the Gable Benjamin ordeal. They probably most likely gonna end up getting a title sooner or later, but I'm going to say Usos go to Mania with the belts.
Ready to go?
All right, I can assume it looks like everybody's on mute. Everybody has predicted for this match. I'll move on to the next match, being the Raw Tag Team Championships. We have Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan facing off against Cesaro and Sheamus. Who do you guys want to win? Obviously, go in whatever order you want to. I mean, we're all done. Everybody be on mute. But Raw Tag Team title, Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins versus Cesaro.
The bar, I'm done. Enough said.
Rollins and Jordan, I don't really care. Other than I really don't care about this match whatsoever. Rollins and Jordan.
Since I didn't get to pick the first match, I'll go ahead and start. Benjamin and Gable. It of course figures they bring back Shelton Benjamin and stick them right back in a tag team. And Usos are going to carry the straps to Mania because if they don't, then it makes no damn sense. There's too much life there with the Usos, and who really honestly gives a crap about Benjamin and Gable as a team at this point? And Jordan, I guess. Because once again, Jason Jordan will have to carry Seth Rollins. $1 million look, 25-cent personality. Seth Rollins. Jason Jordan is the future. Is the future. He's like The Rock, but he'll act black. Now that I can get behind.
I want what he's smoking.
Acknowledges both sides of his heritage. It's true.
Is it damn true?
It's damn true.
Don't lick your lips at me like that, Mountie. Damn.
So, I think, I guess Rollins and Jordan retain. I mean, they got to break up at some point. Jordan's going to go on his little, I don't even know what the hell, like fake face heat, heel sort of persona, whatever the hell he's trying to pull off right now. I'm interested to see where that's going to go with him a little bit. I love the booze that he's getting. So I really want to see him eventually turn on Seth Rollins. And I guess in order to do that, they got to keep the titles a little bit longer. But I'm just not feeling this tag team at all. At all. So couldn't really care less about this particular match. I'd like to say the Bar should just take it off of them and they should go a different direction with those other two guys. I don't know. I really, really don't know. Since, you know what? Since there's no other championship matches really happening that I think are going to change hands, I guess I'm going to go with the Bar. Screw it. I'm going to go with the Bar.
I agree 100%, Monty. I think this Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins is, I don't understand it. I don't know why it's happening, but it's happening, and I hope the Bar goes in and whoops that ass because I am so done with Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins as a tag team.
My man. I feel
like I'm the only one here. Oh, you can go ahead. I don't know who.
You guys want me to go or something?
Yeah, you can go.
This awkward silence. All right. Personally, fuck Jason Jordan. As of right now, I can't stand him. He is like, it was this one segment in Raw where it was Balor Club meeting technically two-thirds of the Shield and Jason Jordan, and when Balor Club was talking and doing their thing, Jason Jordan comes up with this line. He says, Balor Club, this is the Champions Club. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Right.
I know what you're talking about.
That
Lost in a promo.
Took that hatred that I already had for Jason Jordan because he joined the quote-unquote Shield and just like broke the roof off of the place. Like, I literally want to go through the screen and sucker punch that man. I can't stand Jason Jordan. I want Cesaro to uppercut the soul out of Jason Jordan as of right now.
You really should have did a reaction to that segment. Why didn't you react to that? That'd have been great.
This is the thing. I saw it, but I didn't have my camera on me. I was just like walking and just happened to see it. But I pray that the Bar comes and completely annihilates Jason Jordan, particularly not Seth Rollins, but Jason Jordan. I hate that man. Hate him with a passion.
Rambo's getting worked over there.
I've never seen Mark like that.
A passion. It's not like he can't wrestle. He's not like he's bad. It's just the position that he's in. He's like Roman Reigns, like 2-3 years ago when he
was less charisma. He's Roman Reigns with less charisma, and that's saying
He's
something.
like Roman Reigns like 2-3 years ago when he
Reigns has
won the Royal
charisma?
Rumble.
Exactly. That's the point.
I could not stand Roman when he won the Royal Rumble and The Rock came out. And that whole place just showered him with boos. Like, at that point, I don't even know what Vince was thinking. Like, and what was he thinking making Jason Jordan go into the Shield? Like,
Hey, and it may happen again this year in Philly too.
Exact same building.
oh my god.
Oh God.
Can you imagine?
I'm telling you, this is just the thing right here. And I told Kyrie,
But Vince is going to listen to the fans in the XFL.
this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
If Roman Reigns wins the Royal Rumble, I told Kyron this. I am probably more than likely not going to watch wrestling for the next 2 months.
And I'm going to say exact same thing I told you in school earlier today. And
No,
you'll be right back
I'm-
here on the Ramble
No,
next week.
no.
I call
mean
his
that.
ass out.
No, he told me that. I'm telling you right now, if that happens, I'm not. I promise you, I'm not. I promise you. I'm gonna be so.
Ramble's
there's
not
so
going
many
anywhere.
good superstars, so many good wrestlers that they can use to build up. Hell, get Finn Balor for all I know. I'd rather see Finn Balor. Like, we've seen Roman Reigns more than enough in the main event spot. Come on.
No. Finn Balor sucks.
No, I'm just using Finn Balor as an
Your
example.
Finn Balor sucks. He's like
constant
the second best worker they have on that roster right now.
Oh, this is going to be
Finn
good.
Balor is
working.
extremely
What the hell
underrated.
do you mean by working?
Finn
He has
Balor
an
is
entrance.
extremely
He
underrated.
has entrance, and he has body pain sometimes, and that is it. When he gets in the ring, he is another jabroni, and that is a fact. Charisma, especially as a babyface, with the club, he's definitely much more comfortable. But to sit there and call him a great worker, how is he a great worker? A great worker.
We're not watching the same match then if you're judging this guy off of his makeup instead of his match quality.
His match quality. What's great about his match quality?
Here's a better term. What do you define as a worker?
That's a good question. I was about to say the same thing.
What do you define as a worker? Actually work an audience, somebody that can actually work a crowd.
Samoa,
Actually
I
make.
like Samoa Joe.
Hold
Think he could work a
on.
crowd?
Somebody that can actually make stuff look real, fake. What happened somewhere along the way in professional wrestling, we got away from the art form. It was hell, people, and they made a lot of money. Everybody knows it's fake. We go out of our way to make it look fake. See the Young Bucks. They hurt each other. Ridiculous and make less money. There's this whole thing that has come through the business over the past 15, 20 years as Ric Flair and so many other people started talking about work rate and so on and so forth to justify their spot and their position. Money is Hogan and Andre and the other guys up north. And then you got guys like Meltzer, the Omega Cuck, sitting there and talking about, oh, this match is freaking 6 stars on a 5-star scale. What the hell does that even mean?
Best worker of all time is Kurt Angle.
In terms
He was
of-
a real
in terms
talent.
of-
He was a real talent worker in terms of the versatility of what he could do. It's like when somebody says Bret Hart was a great worker. He was great at execution and what he did, but more often than not, his face was always the same. You're not exactly working the emotion of the audience. You're not exactly working the story of the match.
Then
Facial
would you
that you
con-
make is pretty much the same.
Would you consider Shane McMahon a good worker then? Because he
Did you say Shane or
desperation
Vince?
from the crowd.
You said Shane.
Bumps that he does, those bumps he takes.
And he because he doesn't have the talent to actually work a hell of match, he has to go out of himself. And Vince used to as well, but Vince could actually tell a story. A story. It's everybody waiting for him to take that big serious bump. Balor's a great worker if you can't tell me the story that he's trying to tell him, just to pick on Finn. It's so many guys in the WWE and throughout the business now doing all these false finishes, all these moves that don't jive well. These guys aren't working spots. Last I checked, wrestling was about the guys that made the most money. Those are the best workers because they actually work the audience in the only way that matters.
You're more confused on using that term worker
people,
more loosely with charisma.
Barely do anything in front of.
I think there's
here's the thing. Because it comes down to the thing of somewhere along the way, because we lost the charisma, we lost the ability to truly cross over wrestling. We started focusing too much solely on the in-ring product. And that's part of the reason why the hell, especially the big name brands at least, in the position that they are. Much money nearly as they could be making with not nearly the audiences that they have. What they retain is more vocal. So you think it is a representation. The fact is it just is not. Worker and tying that specifically to only how somebody does a certain move is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
But if it's
because the name of the game of professional wrestling, we could get past all the we love it and the passion and all this other hot garbage. Bottom line is you do it because you want to make a career out of it.
Well, if it was World Wrestling
Entertainment, it's not even that anymore. It's just WWE.
Yeah, I feel like people kind of
hey, like Finn Balor is a great worker. How? By what measure?
You're judging Balor off of his charisma. You're not even watching Balor's technicality in the ring. I can take you to Japan matches and show you Finn Balor knocking the fucking arena and knocking everything on his ass.
Nobody's working anymore.
Yeah, I think there's a difference between WWE style matches and then pro wrestling.
That's just WWE style. You can't judge somebody off of how they work at a certain company.
Nakamura a lazy person. I'm like, but he has to have these watered down matches, you know? Like, there's a different kind of style there.
I'm just here to hear X3's predictions.
I don't really have many predictions. I only want.
Is it watered down, or is it because they don't know how to tell an actual real story that they got out of them?
Weren't we on the Raw Tag Team title match?
Yeah.
Whose go is it?
It was X3's.
Oh yeah.
Stop eating garlic bread.
It's Nilla wafers. I only want
X3.
I want Jason Jordan and Rollins to win only because I love Jason Jordan. He's like one of my favorites on the roster. And I love him because he pisses off so many people by being the exact same person he was in American Alpha. Nothing has changed but a shitty Kurt Angle is my dad storyline. Nothing has changed. People were popping over the same shit Jason Jordan has been doing, but now he's booing him because he's Kurt Angle's son. Like, I love Jason Jordan.
But it's not just that. I mean, I don't boo Jason Jordan. I really don't care enough about him to boo him. It's more the fact that with American Alpha, you know, I was always a bigger Gable fan than I am a Jordan fan. Yeah. And I feel like with Gable, he has more charisma than Jordan does.
Yeah, he's a strong talker.
He's a better talker than Jordan was. So that's why Gable did more of the talking, because you could like hide that from Jordan's lack of mic skills. But when they break him from Gable and then put him out there in front of a live crowd, that kind of exposes him.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people boo him. I mean, I personally don't care enough to boo him.
I love Jason Jordan. My man is gold-blooded. He is the next generation of great, and he's about to win a major title. I predict by SummerSlam, everyone who's booing him now is going to cheer him because he will improve, and he'll start waking people up.
100% agree. Prediction. I 100% agree. I'm with you.
He's going to, like, completely improve.
He needs to be. That company badly needs him to be that dude.
Yeah.
Significantly.
Next match.
Did we lose the host?
Is done with this match. Moving right along, we're going to go to the first ever Women's Royal Rumble. And the big news from the Women's Royal Rumble is that Stephanie McMahon is going to be part of the commentary team for this match, for the history to be made. So I know some people are fearing that Stephanie herself will be in the match, win the match, whatever else stuff that could go down. So you guys, your prediction for the first ever Women's Royal Rumble in whatever order. And remember, when you're all done, everybody be on mute.
I'll go first. Really, a lot of people are picking Asuka for obvious reasons, or Nia Jax, but I think that's a little bit too obvious. And while WWE does not shy with men too obvious, I don't think they're gonna do it this time. So I'm gonna probably be going hard over here, but I'm gonna pick Becky Lynch to win. I feel like, you know, when she was SmackDown Women's Champion, they didn't give her a long enough run. They haven't really given her nothing, so I think she's gonna take it.
Kyron, this is WWE. Of course they're gonna go with they're going with Asuka.
Amen.
WWE. They're going with Asuka. Asuka's winning it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean, unless they come up with some crazy over the top reason why she gets tossed over that top rope, I don't see anybody else winning this match but
Which
Asuka.
they will.
Ronda Rousey.
That's what I was going to say. Ronda Rousey's definitely eliminating Asuka, and they're going to piss everyone off, and I can't wait.
That will. The boos from Philadelphia will be there.
I got to go with Asuka for the fact that they're pushing this woman way too hard, and they're bragging about that undefeated streak. You're not going to work so hard to get her where she's at with the character that they developed on her. So I see her walking in there and coming out. I don't see her breaking the streak at a Rumble.
Technically, that wouldn't end her streak. I mean, she got eliminated in a Battle Royal in NXT, and that didn't end her streak.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, that's retarded. It's still a match, though. So, like in my book, you lost. You know what I mean? But like that's too big. Like they got to put the strap on her somehow. And to me, that's their easy end.
Yeah, I agree.
The winner will be nobody that won.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's actually going to be Asuka that wins this. I can see Asuka versus Alexa Bliss at WrestleMania. And if anything, for Nia Jax, maybe she gets she interferes. Not that Asuka needs it, but there's got to be something there for the payoff for Alexa Bliss once she's done with the title. There has to be some sort of payoff there. So maybe not on the initial match between Alexa and Asuka, but definitely on the rematch. So I think Asuka wins, goes up against Alexa Bliss, and that's your winner right there. Stephanie McMahon, other than being cringeworthy on commentary, it's not going to be any factor, nor should she. I mean, for the love of God, please don't have her win this. No.
Oh, God.
No. Absolutely not.
You think the heat when Roman Reigns won 3 years ago, that's going to be on another level. That's going to be another level of heat.
Exactly. So, Asuka for the win.
Who's next?
I will go. Let me go. I feel like there's nothing much to say because at this point, who is truly going to be eligible or able to possibly create a main event as well as Asuka? Obviously, you have your Charlotte, your Becky Lynch, your Sasha Banks. You have the 4 horsewomen. You have Nia Jax, who she's okay, she's good, but she's not there yet. Why not make it Asuka? Rumor has it Ronda Rousey is not going to be at the Royal Rumble. She still hasn't signed the contract.
Don't buy that, Mark. Don't buy that.
Hey, I mean, she said it herself. I mean,
Jeff Hardy said they weren't coming back.
Don't get worked by worker. Don't get worked by worker.
And the Hardys said they weren't going to be at WrestleMania
Yeah,
last year, and we all lost our voices when
I
it came
remember
out.
that.
All right, fuck it. So
Jeff
I
Hardy
guess
was like, nah.
if it's not gonna be Oscar, then I'm assuming it's gonna be Ronda, because you know how it is. They have the big face comes in. If she's not going to win the Royal Rumble, she's gonna be in the main event picture. Let's just be real. They're probably gonna have some sort of match. It may even be a triple threat match for all I know. But in terms of the Royal Rumble, I think my first pick would have to be Oscar, because she's coming to the main roster for a purpose, and sooner than later she's gonna be champion. So why not make it at WrestleMania? Oscar all the way.
Is it weird that this women's Royal Rumble is like 50% surprises?
Yeah, because they don't
It's
have
not
enough women on the
Correct.
roster.
They
Which
still
is-
need like 12 or 11 women, which is insane.
They'll have at least 4 from NXT and like 5 or 6 from NXT and maybe 2, 3, 4 special surprises. That's why Lita wasn't on Raw at Raw 25, which was still stupid. She's gonna be in the Royal Rumble. Guaranteed, Lita's gonna be in the Royal Rumble.
Good Lord.
But it makes it more entertaining, though, for the fact that they need to fill it in.
Yeah, exactly.
I heard Jeff is throwing on a wig and entering himself.
Oh,
Could you imagine if
It's
they
going to
bring
be
out
myself
Ellsworth?
and Santina.
I want Santina, but
So,
like not get
God.
ringed,
The
but kind
Broads
of
are
like
going
get
to
attacked.
rule.
Could you imagine if
The whole thing with it feels like the WWE is telegraphing this so much. Like they're telling you with the right hand, Asuka. Is we all know Ronda Rousey is coming to WWE. Inevitability. It is not an if, but a when in a how soon. Save her as the big surprise, WrestleMania. But I feel like bad timing. It would be the wrong decision, especially if Roman wins the men's Rumble. I find it hard to believe that both men's and women's would be on the Raw roster. Therefore, I feel like go challenge Charlotte Flair, and then you would still have Alexa Bliss and Asuka, because you could still get to that match. I'll see at this point, just because she said it doesn't mean a damn thing. God isn't going there and descending from his throne to go eat with the common people in Ronda Rousey if they didn't have something already cooked up and something already planned.
and they're working it so well.
That the WWE intentionally leaks stuff to TMZ reason, because the WWE put it out there.
Yeah, and I mean, you literally have like
I don't think the excitement level for a Rousey coming to WWE is what it is years ago. She lost a lot of luster once she started fighting real women and got her ass whooped.
Yeah. But I mean, she's still a big name, right? I mean, and it's funny, like
I just do anybody other than
they're working it. Yeah, they're working it so well that Rousey's posting videos from Bogota as of 12 hours ago. I mean, the way this is playing out, there's really no reason for Stephanie to be at ringside at all, even at commentary, which to me means she's going to have some sort of involvement in this match. This thing screams Ronda Rousey. And if, like, I don't know, I feel like the people that don't buy in are just getting worked. She's going to be there this weekend. And if not, I will eat a hat.
I'm holding you there.
The only other thing I will say is that Stephanie being there is, again, done for a reason. And
Yep.
the reason would be if she's not winning the Rumble, it's so Stephanie can cost her the Rumble, so that way they could give Rousey kind of a softball at WrestleMania, knowing that Ronda won't be ready to perform at a big stage in terms of as a wrestler through it gimmick a total bitch. This people to get behind Ronda Rousey, talk about the Asuka thing. If would be to align Rousey with Stephanie McMahon and have
And that's just it, right? They still got unfinished business from WrestleMania 31. I don't know which way they're going to go because they teased the 4 horsewomen match. She could go against Charlotte. There's a lot of possibilities, but with Stephanie being out there, there's a reason, and I feel like it has to do with Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, Stephanie, she's not even out there for no reason.
Yeah.
I feel that Stephanie's eliminating Asuka. That's my prediction. Because I predicted earlier this year, late or mid last year, that Stephanie will end Asuka's undefeated streak on some bullshit. Because knowing WWE, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Could you imagine if Stephanie and Roman won the Royal Rumbles?
Like something stupid. WWE would definitely do something
or
stupid.
Ronda.
Wells Fargo will burn down.
Or Ronda and Roman.
Club.
All right, Steve.
All about the Breakfast Club.
Oh, God, don't start that Breakfast Club BS.
Steve, what do you got for us, man?
All right, just to ask you, once everybody did predict. Again, I apologize for my audio issue on my side. But anyways, if that is the case, the next match I do have for you is the WWE Championship match. AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in a handicap match where we could have co-WWE champions coming out of this one. Let you guys go around the horn. When you're all done, everybody be on mute.
Does this even need to be talked about?
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
I mean, to be fair, the writing's on the wall in this match. AJ Styles is going to retain. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, WrestleMania. I don't know.
I think Styles is gonna win, and really, no matter what happens, it makes Owens and Zayn look bad. I refuse to call him Cammy. I refuse to say that. Call him that. If they win, oh great, you beat one guy for the title. If they lose, you let one guy beat you when you had a 2-on-1 advantage for the title. It's not a triple threat match where they can get in the way of each other, or it's a handicap match where whoever wins gets the title. No, if they win, they're both champions. So really, they had no excuse for losing. But I'm picking AJ Styles anyway.
%100% agree. Karen, you're a smart man. and you might even hold on to that title with the predictions the way you're going.
I'm going to beat you.
Yeah, I heard that once before, and it didn't happen. So, that being said, it's one of those things like the Usos, in my opinion. AJ Styles, amazing year, banner year yet again. If anything, he's even getting better and better as he goes. So, there's no reason for him not again, but he should have the first time around, and it didn't happen. He should be walking into WrestleMania as champion. He deserves that. And I'll tell you who his opponent's going to be. I think all of us kind of have an idea. But I want to see it. I want to see it. He deserves it. He's had a great year. He's carried SmackDown in one way, shape, or form as far as the singles wrestler is concerned, if you ask me. And there's just no other pick. He has to win. I just want to see if anything is going to escalate further with this Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon thing. Is this going to play a factor? Is it going to blow up? I don't know.
That's a whole other can of worms, my friend. That's Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, exactly. So, I just know one thing. Somehow, some way, they have to keep the title on AJ. You got to make him go back in to WrestleMania as champion. You got to do it.
I don't know. I just want to see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn win just to see what happens. Because, they'll be co-champions, but you'll know that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn will have kind of a argument about who's champion. And I wanted to see that, just to see, what happens. And maybe it do lead to Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn for the championship. Somehow, if they're co-champion.
God.
Somehow. But I see AJ Styles winning, but like I just want to see what would that lead to if Kevin Owens and Sami, won.
That will lead to a big pile of shit.
I
WWE
just like want to
champion.
see.
Yeah,
No.
that is almost as bad as Xavier Woods winning the United States Championship and having the rest of the damn New Day with the title too. It's almost as bad as that
Exactly.
idea. Come on, you're better than that, buddy.
Terrible.
So look, you got to think about it though, because knowing them, they're going to want to hold the belt. It might like lead to some tension, and then maybe Daniel Bryan like, all right, how about this? We're gonna just vacate it real quick and YouTube battle it out for a set championship. Maybe that could happen.
If anything, they steal it. They literally steal it. AJ wins and they steal the title. That's how
I would rather see that one too.
Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn again. See that crap. Kevin Steen versus This Time It Counts. Yawn. Give us Cena versus Orton one-on-one at Mania, because at least we could say of all the times they ever frickin' wrestled, it never happened one-on-one at Mania, because that's how stupid this company can be. Sami Zayn for a world title at WrestleMania. Oh. Yeah. Please. Next. Shook.
This is why I missed you, Jeff.
God,
this is
what
why
I missed
you.
over here.
What I missed while I was gone.
Literally makes me want to vomit the thought of these two guys wrestling again. Already run that into the ground enough. Their match was up to.
All right, we are going to move right along.
Each other's toes.
Anyways, we move right on. WWE Universal Championship match: Brock Lesnar,
Charlie horses, and maybe
versus the Monster Machine. WWE Universal title. Guys, go whatever you want. We're done. Go on mute. Universal title match.
Lesnar. It's Lesnar. I move on. Lesnar.
Brock.
Lesnar.
Braun.
Really?
I mean, that would be cool.
Lesnar.
That would be cool as shit for sure, but no.
We all know it's Lesnar.
Lesnar
Because
all day.
This is the thing. A couple months ago, leaked picture.
because Vince listens to the.
I don't know if this is legit, but I heard a couple months ago there was a leaked picture of the Elimination Chamber, and they already had the competitors in there.
That was fake.
That was fake.
That looked like that was at a live event, bro.
It was fake.
It was it like on a news station?
No.
Oh, I don't know which one you're. But I saw one that was like it looked like it was
Faker than
taken from the TV.
Stephanie's tits.
Yeah, and it had Strowman holding the belt, so I don't know if they changed the plans, but you might actually have a decent champion that's there week to week.
Card subject to change. I heard that too, but I don't see Brock losing.
Yeah, I'm wearing a Lesnar shirt, but I want Lesnar to win, but I think it'd be a really funny swerve to have Kane win, because only Brock and Braun has been getting the upper hand in this feud. Like Kane hasn't been doing shit really. I just think it'd be pretty funny.
Here's the thing. Right? It would have been funnier if Kane would have won if, let's say, the Raw 25th anniversary was tomorrow, and then he loses after 24 hours.
That'd be pretty funny too.
One thing we know for sure is Kane isn't winning.
Kane is eating the pin.
Yeah, he's only there to get F5 and pin.
Only one F5.
Yeah, only one F5. Because remember, everyone only eats one F5 and doesn't kick out. So when Roman kicks out of 3 at WrestleMania, it's going to be impressive.
Correct. What a story.
It's riveting.
There's no Money in the Bank winner to save us this time.
Carmella.
If that happens, I will cry.
Carmella
James
catches.
Ellsworth.
Well, I mean, it would be a dude cashing in, so
That's brutal.
just saying.
Where's his name? Here.
I think everyone basically said Lesnar. Steve, where you at, man? I think everyone's ready to.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's the podcast
with
Royal
the audio
Rumble.
issue.
People are getting eliminated.
We'll head into the men's Royal Rumble match.
I'm still standing.
Let's go with Billy, Blue X, Demon X, Kyron, Mark, Flag Daddy, and X3. We'll go in that order. Again, this is the final match of the men's Royal Rumble.
First, wow, okay. Man, I was going through this in my mind for like the past few days. I honestly had no idea who was gonna win this Rumble. At first, I was like, Cena, but then I was like, no. Then I was like, Roman. Then I'd be like, that's just too obvious. Even though this is WWE, I'm thinking it's gonna be Nakamura. I think that makes a better storyline heading to WrestleMania. Him versus AJ Styles for the title. Finally having that match at WrestleMania will be great. And I still think Roman's gonna have his title match with Brock, but that's gonna happen some other type of way. But I think it's gonna be. I'm sorry, Mark, but like, I mean, I don't know if you've forgotten, but from WrestleMania 21 to WrestleMania 29, there's only been one dude, and his name was John Cena. That's 9 straight WrestleManias. So it's happened. When that one guy's been
John Cena, I can't take Roman.
When that one guy's been on top. So I think they're gonna kind of swerve it and have Nakamura win and go with AJ Styles for the title at WrestleMania. So that's my pick.
Blue is 100% right. They're for sure going with Nakamura versus AJ. At least they should. That is the main event. That's a money main event. And, my buddy Nate brought up a good point. He says, you have to fight back against Wrestle Kingdom with Alpha versus Omega. You have to. And in order to do that, since on the other side of the spectrum, you're going to have Lesnar versus Reigns, let's face it, that's reality. So you might as well have an awesome main event with great wrestling and a good story. And hopefully they can do a solid build from here on out and have Nakamura versus AJ Styles for the title. And you never know. Maybe we have a new champion, that sort of thing. But, yeah, you have to do it that way. Roman, I see winning more of the Elimination Chamber since the Elimination Chamber is Raw this year, and last year it was SmackDown. So since it's moved over, I think they're going to have Roman win the Elimination Chamber for the first time in his career, making him a ultra-masturbating Grand Slam champion or whatever. and that's how it's going to go. It should be a SmackDown person winning. It's got to be Nakamura, in my opinion. And it'd be an awesome one-on-one for the main event at WrestleMania on the big stage. I've been wanting to see this for years, and they better give it to me.
Mountie, Blue, I agree with everything you just said about Nakamura. And my younger brother pretty much said the same thing today in our prediction video. But, come on. He's going to win it. It's going to be Roman. In the exact same build. Think about it. I don't want it, but this building means something to Roman. He won the Royal Rumble in this building. He won his first WWE Championship in this building. Now he's going to win his second Royal Rumble in this building. It's going to be Reigns because they're going to do Reigns and Lesnar at WrestleMania. Regardless if we want Nakamura, that's not who's winning the Rumble. It's going to be Reigns. So it'll be a full consecutive year where Reigns ruins the Royal Rumble and he'll win another one in Philadelphia. And who knows? Maybe Philly might burn down the arena this time. But I'm picking Roman Reigns to win it. You guys know it's happening. You know he's winning this Royal Rumble.
Man, this it. Phil, there's going to be nothing left of Philly because the week after the Eagles are going to lose the Super Bowl.
Eagles are going to lose the Super Bowl, right?
You can't do Philly dirty twice in 2 weeks. That just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, exactly.
They won't do him dirty because the Eagles will beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Jeff, you really believe the Eagles are going to win?
No.
I just care. I just glad it's not the Vikings because fuck the Vikings. That's all. I do not like Minnesota.
Yes.
But if I had to pick from SmackDown, I'd go Shinsuke.
The Super Bowl.
I'd go
I got
Shinsuke.
a question for everybody.
Raw. I go with
Yeah.
I'd go with Roman Reigns. You know, the big dog. It's his yard. Like he said, it's his yard. And he's got to protect his yard. Either Roman Reigns or Finn Balor from Raw or Shinsuke. And that's the only person I can see from SmackDown is Shinsuke. I don't see anyone else.
Why are people saying Finn Balor's gonna win? There's no way.
Well, I mean, I just want to see it, you know.
The only way I can see Balor win is he turns heel and him and the club just dominate the Rumble. I can see that's the only way I can see him winning. Other than that, I don't see him winning. And I'm a fan of Balor, but I just don't see
heel Balor is going to save us all.
I want to see heel Balor.
After the 25th anniversary of Raw, where they were against the Revival, it's pretty clear that they're faces, man. I wanted the same thing as you. I don't think it's gonna happen, man.
But the thing is, if they're going to be faces, then they're not going to be used right. They have to be heel to truly get over, in my opinion.
Yeah. And then he's going to get his belt back that he never lost. And all will be right in the universe.
Who is?
And then you have the elephant in the room. So, what happened online? Because we had Daniel Bryan at a 66-1, and is now a 4-1.
I'm in.
What's that?
I'm in for D-Bry coming back and winning. The place would blow up, man.
It would blow up the right way.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, God.
I mean,
because that was the man that was supposed to win in Philly last time, and it didn't happen.
He's supposed to win. No, he won in Pittsburgh. To give for that.
You got Mysterio at 30.
I will never forget that. I will never forget that. Me and my younger brother sitting there watching on a terrible stream I had because we didn't have the network at the time. So we're all hoping for Daniel Bryan. We're hoping for Daniel Bryan. Rey Mysterio music hit. I almost turned the computer off. And no hate toward Rey because I love Rey Mysterio, but come on.
And I think overall
wrong time.
I think with this Rumble show too, there's so much mystery surrounding it that you have no idea what to think. Like, I mean, does Daniel Bryan come back? I want to say I doubt it, but I'm not ruling it out either.
If he comes back and doesn't win, you're gonna get the same thing in 2015 because if he think about it this way, suppose he comes back, doesn't win, and Roman does win.
Oh God!
Do you want to see Wells Fargo burn down to the ground?
I kind of do. I fucking hate Philly. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really hope every worst case scenario for the Royal Rumble happens just because I hate Philly.
Wow, what they do to you?
I don't really like them like that.
Oh, who hurt you?
I don't. It's just something about their fans just kind of annoy me. Like
that's very true.
Honestly, Royal Rumble 2015 really pissed me off because that's why I hate them so much.
Hey, I mean, we were all in the same boat though.
Yeah, like I mean, I understand the hate for Roman Reigns back then, but like it was still so annoying. They're just an annoying crowd. I don't like.
Trust me, I reviewed the 2015 Royal Rumble after it aired. It's still this day my worst video because I was still catching my foot in viewing. I actually plan on re-reviewing that pay-per-view maybe in the day of tomorrow, just because, like I look at it and say, Calvin, you were completely unfair to Roman and the Rumble. You should re-review it.
And I think OTRS Central wants Dolph Ziggler to win, so that's his pick.
That's gonna make my day. I take either a Ziggler victory or Jeff Jarrett making a special appearance will make my day.
I want EC3 in the Rumble.
I think you're gonna get that.
I think so too.
It'd be awesome. Number
All
Or Lashley.
All right. Hello, everybody. Hopefully, you guys can hear me.
Oh, welcome
Okay.
back, Steve.
I guess I'll actually go
Ding-a-ling.
through the list with the pay-per-view with my predictions myself. At least let everybody get their predictions in first. For the matches, Royal Rumble. Excuse me. For the men's Royal Rumble, I'm gonna go with Roman Reigns. For the women's Royal Rumble, I'm gonna go for the first ever women's Royal Rumble. I'm gonna go with Nia Jax, and I do see Stephanie McMahon and Ronda Rousey in the match, along with the Bella Twins, Kelly and some others. WWE Championship match: AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I have AJ Styles retaining. Universal Championship match: I have Brock Lesnar retaining over Braun Strowman and Kane. I have Cesaro and Sheamus the Bar regaining the Raw Tag Team Championships. I have Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin winning the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships there in that match as well. So those are my predictions for the 2018 Silver the Royal Rumble. I'll let everybody give their last thoughts about the show, about my picks, and whatever else they want to bring up, and put themselves over. Let people know where they can find you on Twitter, Instagram, and otherwise. Wherever you guys want to go in whatever order.
I got a question for you guys.
Uh-oh.
Who is going to be the longest one in the Rumble? I think it's going to be Elias Sampson.
Elias.
I can see the Iron Man of the men's. I can see it being Seth Rollins. And the women's, I can see it being Bailey.
For the woman one, I'm going to go with Becky Lynch. Kyron has a good pick, though. If they decide to have, like, who's to say that for the Raw Elimination Chamber, maybe they have a women's one and then Asuka wins that?
Yeah.
Imagine Becky Lynch against Charlotte and Asuka wins that to go against Alexa Bliss. It's not terrible.
Yeah, no. And I think they will do a women's elimination chamber because they're on that kick now, right?
Yeah, exactly. They're doing everything the same. The ladder match, the Royal Rumble. Why not throw an elimination chamber too? Is it overkill? Nothing is overkill at this point.
Yeah. Oh.
So yeah, Iron Man, Elias Sampson, Iron Woman, Becky Lynch. Who eliminates the most? Strowman?
He's not gonna be in it.
Oh, yeah, that's what you think. They'll probably insert. Especially if he doesn't get his way in the triple threat match. He's going to go, bro! He's going to be number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
He just Braun and just destroy everything. I would love that.
I still watch that reaction video of Roman coming out at 30. Oh, it's so funny.
The funniest one will always be the guy in the crowd. It was the guy in the crowd.
Actually there.
He was smiling. The guy in the crowd was smiling. Roman threw the kid. His face changed. It was the funniest thing in the world.
That was the best. I love that one.
He said, "Did."
Oh man, he was the best one.
That was the funniest one.
I agree.
Another good one's our good buddy Raunchy Mike. He just what? That was another good one.
Oh,
I'll have to check.
I do not want to see that again.
But I'm sorry, but the funniest one was definitely just the how fast his face changed. Like,
and he kept it that way.
Yeah.
It has to be that I couldn't. I laugh every time I see that one. Hey, my reaction was brutal to that too. I just didn't record it.
Oh.
I guess that's it, huh, fellas?
I think so. This has been the Royal Rumble of podcasts. I think I'm going to pull a Gail Kim and eliminate myself.
Put yourself over.
That's quite the analogy. You Gail Kim yourself.
I feel like Vince McMahon in the 2005 Royal Rumble, both of my quads, and nobody knows what the hell to do.
He hits his legs on the apron, tries to stand up, and just collapses on the ground. You don't get funnier than that.
It's broken leg. You can get funnier than that.
That's not funny though. That's hard for me to watch.
Hell, it's not. Second rope.
Funny.
he needed to expand his offensive repertoire. He was a man. Was road warning in. And even after he got a big booted Justice from the second rope, and his leg went, kept trying to work the match, and they bumped into his broken leg. Hell,
the funniest thing Sid ever did was his botch promo when he said, "I have half the brain that you do." Nothing will ever be that funny. I fell on the floor crying first time I heard it.
It's like a rope because Johnny Ace asked him. Then he broke his. And Psycho said that anybody in WWE right now, boom, I said it. Period. Sid could beat Braun Strowman's dad's ass in a home run derby in softball. Yeah.
Well, guys, it was an absolute pleasure being here. X3, Steve, thanks for having me. Ramble, Kyron, Big Jeff, always a pleasure in some weird way.
See you, man. Get ready to pay up. Get ready to own up to that bet when you lose on Sunday night.
You're talking a lot for a guy that's going to lose, but hey, your Roman pick is what's going to kill you, brother.
Yeah, okay. We'll see.
We'll see about it.
I'll just give you a hint. I'm going to give you a hint what you're going to be reviewing already. King is all I'm going to say.
I'll talk to you Sunday around midnight, champ. We'll see who's the new champ. So, guys, check me out on Twitter at Mounties Corner, on Instagram, Mounties_corner. Come check me out on YouTube, Mounties Corner. Can't miss me. Everything's the same. Facebook. I do reaction videos. I do podcasts. I do collaborations, reaction videos. I think I said reaction twice. I'm sorry. I do all kinds of content. Q&A, fan giveaways, the whole deal. So, guys, it was an absolute pleasure being on the show. Steve, thanks again for having me. Royal Rumble should be amazing. My favorite pay-per-view of the year. I'm really looking forward to it. And I hope to talk to all you guys soon. Rip 'em.
From OTRS Central, not the wrestling show you want, just the wrestling show you need. Check us out on YouTube. Well, it's not us, it's me. If you want it in your life, you got to have it in your life. And follow me on Twitter and Facebook, OTRS Central, OTRS Central, OTRS Mother Lovin' Central. Demon, Kyron, Rambo, Mountie. The other guy who I forgot his name, all the others. It's been real. Some say it's been fun. Who knows? We'll see what happens Sunday night.
Am I next? All right, I'll go next. All right. I've enjoyed being on here. Thanks for having me on. I'll drop my sign. I'm X3 with 4 E's. That's everything I have. There's no connection with the 4 to 3. Don't even ask. 4 E's. My channel is probably one of the best on YouTube for somebody who doesn't even have 1K yet. So y'all should watch my videos. I'm quite possibly the funniest person I know. That's just being honest.
Easy.
But
here, I heard that.
But X3 with 4 E's. I have a new shirt. Each other respect women shirts available now. I can get those over on my Twitter and shit like that.
All right, I'll go next. I am Blue X Demon X. I've been away for a long time, about 6 months, but I am back on the tube. I am still closing in on 16,000 subscribers. Can't wait for that. It's gonna be a big party, so come check me out over there. I'll be live streaming the Rumble this Sunday. Can't wait. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, everybody that's on here, man. You guys are awesome as always, man. Very, very, very funny stuff, man. You guys are always with the laughs. I love it. And I'll check you guys next time.
I guess that is my cue. So if you guys are still on here, of course you guys know my YouTube channel is. It is MFLG Mark Ramble. Do not forget to subscribe. I plan on doing some skits in the near future, but if you are still in here for wrestling related stuff, I actually am in another podcast tomorrow. If you follow my social medias, my Instagram live like Ram, my Twitter Mark is Ramble, and my Snapchat I can't remember off the top of my head. I posted up something regarding another wrestling podcast that I will be a guest of tomorrow. They asked for me to come on there. He's a good friend of mine. You guys are more than welcome to check that out. And thanks, Steve, once again. I apologize for not being on here for as much as I should have. It's just been a lot going on. There's been moments where it's just like, it's just too much for me to just kind of go back and forth. So I extremely apologize. Next Thursday, I'm going to be on here, man. I promise you that. And Royal Rumble, it should be good. Don't forget Takeover. Takeover should be very good as well. And yeah.
Well, that leaves me. Follow me on Twitter, /BroCyburn, Instagram, /_Kyburn. My DeviantArt and Tumblr are Kyburn Chase. My YouTube channel is Kyburn Chase. I do videos on wrestling. I do videos on Sonic the Hedgehog. I do videos on My Little Pony Figure with Magic. And coming up with it before the Rumble, I will be re-reviewing the 2015 Royal Rumble event. Back over to you, Steve.
Yep, I think everybody that watched live, those of you watching archive, do apologize to Broken Empire for not being able to answer any of these questions. I wish I'd been on the ball there for that, but I was worried enough about the audio. So next week, if you are part of the show, I'm sure we won't have as many people, unfortunately, but we still have a crew, have our team. Maybe even Ron will join to hear what he thinks. But sorry about that. But anyways, everybody, welcome to subscribe to all the channels. Subscribe to here while you are here. Welcome to like this video. And enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your week, which will be just tomorrow, and your weekend as well. Stay safe, and above all else, as always, take care.
Peace out.
Bye. Because we all just want to be big rock stars and living in a top bosses, driving 15 cars. The girls run easy and the drugs come cheap. Well, life stays skinny because we just want to eat it. Well, hang out in the coolest bars in the VIP with the movie stars. Every good gold digger's gonna watch.